Houston, SpeedRailz is here to find the best bartender in the city, and of course going on to the state. But first, last week we had a chance to see how San Antonio threw down. What are your thoughts on San Antonio?
San Antonio came to play. They were cutthroat. They were learning as they went. They adapted to the rule set. They figured out what they were doing wrong and adapted to that. They did pretty good. Yeah, they did great.
Rye, the winner out of San Antonio, I can only imagine how lethal she's going to get as she gets time to watch these other competitions going into June. But right now we're here at Porky's Backyard on the north side. Atascocita is what they call it. We're in a qualifying. So this is where the bartenders get a chance to just make, they already know the drinks coming in here. They're going to be making a Cosmo, water moccasin, old fashioned, and a lemon drop shot. And we got about 12 of them signed up. Only 8 of them will advance. So for the people watching this in the future, people watching this right now, and this is Jose. Jose's had a chance to compete at the highest level. Season 1, season 2 of SpeedRailz.
I guess.
Season 3 was a little tough.
Houston's second fastest bartender.
So he knows a little bit, man. But yeah, what's some good advice that these competitors need to understand?
Come in with a routine. Make sure that you know what the rule sets are, how to work within them. Clean up after yourself and lock in. Just lock in.
Awesome, man. Well, those are some highlights from them throughout this video right here. Porky's got some amazing food. We'll get some interviews, get a chance to meet everybody. So yeah, stay tuned. Tell me, what are your thoughts after your practice round?
Got the first time jitters out the way. I'm ready to get back in there, get one more practice rep in, and see where it goes from there.
What was the time?
3:12.
Well, what do you think specifically slowed you down?
I think, just getting used to the bottles. And then, I think that was pretty much it. Getting used to the bottles, and then before I hit the time, putting like the old-fashioned glass and stuff back where it was. I had everything like washed, but you just need to go back where it is set up. And also consolidating the drinks, making them 2 at a time instead of one at a time. But like I said, I'm just trying to get used to, how everything's going right now.
You had a chance to get back there, warm up a little bit. What are your thoughts so far?
I'm just trying to go through my mind the order of operations I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is napkins, then glassware, all the rimming for the lemon drops, and then ice for the old fashioned, and then start building from there. And then I really have to make sure I wash the tins ahead of time because, those are things that you don't think about as far as speed goes.
So here we are, we're at Porky's Backyard. Mind you, do not come here on this place on an empty stomach. You're gonna do the dangerous to yourself and your stomach later. But we're here doing the Houston qualifiers right now. I'm very excited because there are some people returning, like Garrett. He's won competitions outside of this before. He's very fast, very technical. And I also am excited to see the Porky's people do how they kind of transition to going into SpeedRailz, but they're also at their home bar. As we've seen at a lot of competitions, if you're at your home bar, odds are you're gonna have the home playing advantage. So I'm excited to see how they fare against people who've already been doing this versus being in their hometown, or home bar venue. So check it out. We're gonna see how it goes.
I've been trying to hunt these people down.
Who is this?
Funnel bar. The Funnel Bar. I followed them for 5 years on Instagram, and I finally found them.
Lemon pepper wings from the chicken coop. I've been craving wings, so I'm very happy with my selection.
Did somebody tell you to go get that, or what made you pick them?
I walked around, and like I said, I've been craving wings lately, and I'm a sucker for some good lemon pepper hot wings. It was the only place offering them, so I was like, I took a chance. So, very happy with my selection.
I think it's pretty good.
Man, you ended up doing a 222.
Oh, dude. No, I mean, the raw time's all right, but I was off on the shots. I thought I put too much in there, but I didn't have enough. So, we'll see. I think everything else is clean, though. So, hoping for no more than 15 seconds and penalties. We'll see. I already paid Q $100 to keep it tight. So
in 2025, he already spent that money. It's already gone.
Yeah.
Auto draft.
Yeah.
They can read your lips. Be careful. They can read your lips. We got Jonathan, number 3. 2 people who signed up last minute and they're coming in the top 3 spots. We got Amelia at number 4. Long court, number 7. Another person, 2 of them out of Porky. Hey. Alex! Take a shot. Another time. Is it coming out? All right, Q, we just finished up the Houston qualifying round. Amazing. I mean, honestly, a lot of people, 3 people signed up last minute today and came here and competed at a high level. But overall, out of the 12 competitors, only 8 of them had a chance to advance. Out of those 8, who stood out the most to you?
I mean, honestly, I think it was Garrett. Like what I said earlier, how I think he'll come back and do what he did. I think Garrett, like out of all the competitions that he's done with us so far, I think he's the one that like literally thinks about the rules the hardest and tries to make sure he's following every single rule to the T. And he's kind of like you whenever he bartends or whenever he does this, he don't be zooming through. Garrett's like smooth with it. He's slow, he's taking his time. And he does this like little, Garrett, forgive me, this little like T-Rex like.
He does.
He does this little like.
gathers it, yeah, he does it.
He does this thing, and like I love every time he does it because he wants to make sure he's getting like every drop in and stuff like that. And I don't know, I feel like for him, it's just more important to him because he's been the one to he's made it to finals. He's been the one representing his team before. And like, he always falls short, you know? And I think he has that drive this time. I'm not gonna lie, I think he really does have that drive.
I mean, speaking of drive, he came from South Houston here to Humble just to compete. I mean, that's like a 2-hour drive, especially in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say personally, I am super impressed by Jonathan. Rookie guy, works in Kennedy Lounge. He signed up this morning at 12:30 a.m., walks in, competes, ends up getting the 3rd fastest time in a bar he's never stepped foot in before. But all in all, great performance all around. Super excited as we head into the finals to figure out who's going to be the fastest bartender in Houston. Anything that they should watch out for? What are the common penalties, the things that all these competitors, they need to watch out for?
I would tell you right now, the main thing that's been messing everybody up, temp times. Everybody, you got to understand, every 3 degrees more, that's adding 10 seconds to your time, right? So if you have, the temp is supposed to be 37, and then you got 40, then you got 43, then you got 46 hidden for those. That's a 30-second for one drink, for one cocktail, or whatever the case may be, right? That adds up if it's multiple of your drinks, right? So I've seen some people pre-chill, not here, but I've seen some people do it, they pre-chill. And then I've seen some people like Sam who came in at the end. And did you see her? She
stepped back for the.
You seen that? She's shook. Every single one of her temps hit. Every single one. Every single drink that she had, no temp problem.
And even talking about Amelia, even having the special shake strategy where she's making sure she gets the aerated version to get it cooler, faster, and more efficiently.
Because even with Amelia, whenever she was shaking her drinks, it didn't look like much. But when you're doing this aeration motion of back and forth to get all that ice moving back, that's a certain tactic that people do normally in craft bars or bars in general to make their drink colder. Because they know, hey, look, we're gonna have an espresso martini. Let me go ahead and like aerate this while you have an espresso martini, you got an old fashioned or whatever. So you can pour that espresso martini, you're gonna let it sit, you're gonna let it settle. It has a little bit more lifetime because you gave it aeration before you set it off. So yeah, just temp times is gonna be like one of the main factors in this. But also, I definitely think jigger usage too. I saw a lot of people like they were skeptical about using their jigger and then squeezing their bottle too hard. So every time you squeeze, right, and it's going in there, that's more time. That's improper tool usage, you know, and foreign objects. So.
And in Houston, as we see, each city has its own karate style version of bartenders. San Antonio, heavy on the craft. Here in Houston, these are volume, sports bars,
speed,
dive bartenders. So having to make sure they slow down and execute these craft techniques is going to be critical. It's going to be the separation of who is winning and who isn't. But all in all, super excited to figure out how this
me
plays
too.
out.
I'm ready. Houston coming at you. I'm ready. I'm ready for that one.